Good morning and happy 31st of January. I'm going to go ahead and hook up a little meal today since we got a lot of snow here in the Midwest, anywhere from 6 to 10 inches depending on which part of the Midwest you in. And I got at least a good 6 inches this morning. But what I'm going to be making up today in my Dutch oven pot, I'm going to make up smoked beef sausage and boneless chicken thighs, cut up, all the trimming, all the fat off. I got a whole onion, bell pepper, and celery in here. Got my minced garlic, got some tomato paste, got my diced tomatoes, got my chicken broth, Worcestershire sauce, my kosher salt seasoning, a couple pinches of that, my gourmet black pepper, a couple pinches, my Tony's Creole seasoning, my long grain, whole grain brown rice. You could use white rice if you like. And of course, this is my garlic and onion spice. I don't like to use the onion salt or garlic salt. This is better, even better than the garlic powder or the garlic or the lemon. I'm sorry. This is better than the garlic powder or the onion powder. This is actual spice. So my only seasoning I'm using is the Tony's, and that has a little bit of sodium in it, but we're gonna go real light with that. And if I did mention it already, there's my minced garlic. And we're gonna go with some olive oil, about a good tablespoon, about right there. And we're gonna go ahead and warm that up, get it on medium high, warm that up, and we're gonna throw our smoked beef sausages in there. And you can get whatever kind you want. If you do pork, that's fine, or you want to do chicken, that's fine too, chicken and chicken. But I want mine smoked beef sausage. Don't do the pork. And the brand I use is Eckrich. Okay, you just want to pre-cook a little bit more the sausage. They're already pre-cooked, but you just want to hit them up for about another 2 minutes. Just get them going a little bit. And then we're going to throw the chicken sausage in there. We're going to throw the chicken thighs in there. And we're going to cook them with the sausage for a good 6 to 8 minutes. So now I've added my chicken thighs, and I'm going to go ahead and cook these for a good 6 to 8 minutes. 10:53. So at 10:59, I'm going to go ahead and check on them. I'm stirring them up right now. I'm going to keep checking on them and stirring them. And at 10:59, I'm going to go ahead and see what they're looking like. Okay, my chicken is getting just about there. See how it's turning white. And don't worry about it cooking all the way thoroughly through, because it's still going to cook in here. I'm going to take everything out of here, and then we're going to saute down our vegetables. And I'm sorry, but I forgot to say thyme too also. I did add some thyme, and I added my black pepper, my kosher salt, and a little bit of my Tony's, and my garlic and onion spice blend. Of course, you can use whatever spices you like, because you know how you like your food. But this is how I do mine, just getting you started. Okay, we removed all the chicken and smoked beef sausage. See, the chicken is just about done. We'll finish it off when we throw it back in. Now we want to throw in our veggies, and we want to brown it and saute it in that get right sauce. Yeah, I don't know what you call it in your household, but we call that the get right sauce. Usually a lot of times you saute your vegetables first, with your olive oil, a little salt, a little pepper. But when you're making jambalaya, you want every ingredient that's going in here to be hit with that flavor. So I'm going to add this. We're going to go ahead and get this back up to a medium high. There we go. And I'll be right back. So as you can see, that get right sauce is nice back and hot. Turn it down to medium high. Here we go. Got it down to medium high. Then we're going to add our vegetables. Just like that. Okay, we're going to let this saute down for about 6 to 8 minutes. Get it all nice and spread it out. Then I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to see where I'm at. See if I'm ready to go back with my meats. Okay, I've added my Worcestershire sauce, and I've also added 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. We only want to let this go for a couple minutes. We just want it to melt down a little bit. Try to deglaze some of that pot. Try to deglaze some of that pot. Some of that special sauce and seasoning. Yeah, just a couple minutes on that. We don't want it to brown or burn your minced garlic. You just want it to open up them flavors. Just let it start to melt down a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my tomato paste, my chicken and sausage, and my diced tomatoes. Okay, we got our chicken and smoked beef sausage back in there. Let's go ahead and put in our diced tomatoes. I'm gonna have to put it on pause because can't do this with one hand with the tomato paste. Okay, got all my tomato paste in there. Oh my God, this smells awesome. Ooh. And you know, I just had to get a little dab of that little sauce off the side. So anyway, once you put your tomatoes, diced tomatoes in and your tomato paste, and you got everything else in there, also take your wooden spoon or whatever you want to use. You want to use something that's not metal to metal. This is a cast iron ceramic coated Dutch oven pot. You don't want to scratch it up or getting any of that ceramic in your food. So use something that's wooden and just deglaze the pot real good. Getting all that special sauce and seasoning, you know, mixed in well with the food. Oh my God, this smells awesome. Now I'm gonna add my chicken stock. Okay, there it is. Chicken stock is in there. Continue to deglaze the bottom. Deglaze your pot, bottom and sides. And then we're gonna cover this up after we add our rice. I'm adding the rice directly to this, and I'm just gonna do 2.5 cups of my long grain, whole grain brown rice. That's a lot to say, right? Long grain, whole grain brown rice to my jambalaya. Now you can do your rice on the side if you like. Some people like to do that because some people like to eat their jambalaya like this, you know, nice and soupy. I want mine all together where it's a little bit more thicker, you know what I'm saying? Be right back. Okay, we're cooking at medium high, and I'm adding in the last of my brown rice. There it is. And we're just gonna mix that down into there. And it's just gonna cook. And that means your rice is gonna cook with all those flavors in it. It ain't just like, you know, you boiling rice in water. Even if I boil rice separate from a dish that I'm making, I like to use chicken stock. Or if you're using a seafood dish, I'll use some seafood stock. You know, that way it has that flavor. Have a little flavor in it. So we already got our seasonings. I don't like to overdo it on the seasonings either. You know, I season to taste. I season to taste. That Creole season, I just gave her 2 tablespoons. You know, and my onion and garlic spice, 1 tablespoon. 2 pinches of salt, and 1 nice pinch of this gourmet black pepper I put in here. Okay, got that all mixed in. Now we're gonna cover this baby up. We are on medium high. There we go. We're on medium high. I'm gonna set my timer for 30 minutes. And that rice is gonna be done. And we're gonna mix it up. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Watchy. Now we're going right now at a nice medium high simmer. It's doing its thing. Doing its thing. Still got 17 minutes left on the clock. And the good thing is, fixing a meal like this, you always get to clean all your dishes while it's preparing. That's the great part. So the pot is still going. Just having a moment of reflection. Yeah, everyone's happy and glad to see 2020, you know, pass by and on to a new year. But on the way we're going to change things, we all going to have to pull together and do our part, you know, keeping one another safe. Wear those masks, folks. Socially distance and wash your hands constantly. You know, you touch something, wash your hands.
Coming out of a store, wash your hands. Gas station, wash your hands. Keep your hand sanitizers in your purse. Gentlemen, keep something in your car, you know. And we can get through this. We definitely can get through this. Man, I wish you guys can smell the aroma that I'm smelling right now. Oh my God. And this stage right here is called mouche fouche. Now, it happens at two stages. One is when you're cooking and all the spices and seasonings or herbs, whatever you're using, are marinating. When they blend it together, they're breaking down. It's called mouche fouche. Oh man, that's the love of food. It means marinating, but it's the love of food. The second part of that mouche fouche is always that next day. You ever notice when you make soups, chilies, or spaghettis, or lasagnas, anything where you had to combine ingredients and sauces and different pastas and meats and stuff like that together? That next day is that marination. Mouche fouche. That's a term that's widely used in the Caribbean. Yeah, so on this dreary, I don't know if you can see out there, but on this dreary, snowy Midwest day, 6 to 10 inches, I'm telling you, this is the perfect food to have. Warm you up. It's nice and hearty. If you want, you can make some cornbread on the side, which I'll probably end up doing later. Make a little, small pan of cornbread. Well, I'm sorry, not pan. We're going to do that on top of the stove in a cast iron skillet. You know how we do it. We're in the Midwest, but, all of our skills and experiences of cooking comes from the South. Much props to the South. My grandmother's from the South. Yeah, she's from South Carolina, the Carolinas. She was an excellent cook, and man, she trained some more great cooks in my family. My mother, my aunts, I don't think my uncles did too much cooking, maybe a little grilling here and there. But the women in my family, whoo, man, I'm talking 3 generations down. From grandmama to my mom and them and to, my generation, my cousins. And even cousins that, in the next generation, 4 generations, let's count that 4. Excellent cooks. And we got some men also that can burn. I mean, we can burn. Cooking is our thing. And as we got older, we've all become a lot more conscious of course, of how we cooking and, trying to eat right. And we always, sharing that with one another, personal goals with health and eating right, weight loss, stuff like that. Because African Americans, or you want to call yourself black, whatever that is, or whatever, what goes on in our communities with, unhealthy eating and dieting and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that, we push on to the next generation for them, to be in a better position at 40 and 50. They don't have to be trying to do this big turnaround all of a sudden because you've been eating bad, for the last 20, 30 years since you left your mother's house. Because when mom's cook, man, you got 5 to 6 portions on each meal, and she gonna burn at least a good 4 to 5 days a week. You always look forward to Friday and Saturday because one of those days is going to be your fish fry, which is spaghetti and coleslaw. And the next day it's probably just going to be a pizza night or leftover, fish and spaghetti. But that's love is cooking with love. It's, man, I think it came all the way from the Caribbean, from where our people were from. It's like right now I'm listening to that pot do some little bubbling and all that. It almost sounds like angelic, like historical. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to my forefathers and ancestors in there making a little song, a little dance going on. All right, I ain't trying to get too corny, but yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's like music in that pot right now. Jambalaya on a cold Midwest day. All right. Thank you all for joining and take some time out of your lives to watch this. You can feel free to hit me up for any questions you have or anything about fixing other dishes. I will have more coming at you soon. Just starting to get this channel back up and moving. This is Wachi's Willing and Grilling with Wachi. Wachi's World. Willing and Grilling. Can't do the willing part right now because I said, we're in the middle of the winter and it's snow everywhere. But the willing part, that's muscle cars and motorcycles and things of that nature. I do a lot of car shows and events during the summer. So we're going to do everything from modifications to shows and just the culture. Just, showing you different pieces of the culture of the car world. And we're going to do a lot of grilling, a lot of smoking, and a lot of cooking. This is Wachi. I love you all. Peace and blessings. Everybody be safe. Happy New Year. I'm out. I'll hit you guys with some pictures at the end. Love you.